All right, guys. Welcome to another video. If you haven't noticed, I have started to rebrand my channel and my Instagram. Instead of Blue FX Snipers, I'm going with Redeemed Futures. I believe putting God first is the most important thing when you're, a faith or a believer. I want people to understand that God is the only way that I am here today, and I am able to reach the levels of success in my life that I am seeing today because of Him. So I want to give Him all the glory, and that's why I'm going through the rebranding. All right. So here we're going to go through a trade that I placed a little bit earlier today during the Asia session. Once again, I like to trade gold, and this trade did not work out in my favor. As a matter of fact, I broke my rules and I had to check myself, and I'm going to go through exactly what happened. All right. So I opened the charts and I immediately marked out my levels, and none of these lower levels were hit. None of these red levels were hit, and I had the green ones. So I was thinking that, we were going to do a sweep like we usually do during the New York session of one of the higher levels to grab the liquidity up there and then to go down. All right. But that didn't happen. We were on a continuation. And once I spotted this fair value gap, right here, oops, right here, I actually marked it out. And what I saw was, we had went past, we made this fair value gap. Let's go ahead and mark it out right here. All right. And I was looking to get in, on the rejection of the midline. That's why you see my position where it's at, because we immediately had that blue candle go up into, the fair value gap, and immediately we got the second blue candle in the middle, and that kind of showed some rejection, and then we had a strong sell candle. Okay. Once we had that selling candle, I actually entered the trade, and it started to, kind of consolidate. That's what you see right there. It started to consolidate. I entered somewhere on this candle, this blue candle right there, when it was going down. Okay, so when that candle, the white candle that you see, ended up leaving the fair value gap, I paid attention and I saw that this blue candle, when it was white, that was a indication that we were rejecting from the fair value gap, and that was a good entry. So I went ahead and entered, and then we started to consolidate, and we ended up hitting my stop loss. Right there, I should have just, waited for the market to, show me its hand. But what I was thinking is, okay, we just swept out the sell side liquidity. We're going to start heading up towards this green line, the buy side liquidity. And what I did was, so I took a loss there, and then I immediately, instead of waiting on the actual full candle to close outside, I entered on this white candle. Now that white candle right there, that's poking a little bit above the the fair value gap, was my entry on the way up. And what I did that was foolish was I entered with double my size. Okay, so I went from 6 contracts to 12 contracts. Mind you, I lost $390 on this stop loss when it hit, and since I doubled my size, I lost another 300 and maybe $50. So I was down a good $700. Let's just say that total on my account. And after that happened, I felt very like disgusted with myself. I knew better than to double my size. I knew better than to re-enter so prematurely instead of waiting for displacement from the fair value gap and looking for an entry in that manner. So I immediately closed down my laptop, got off the charts, went and relaxed, laid down, kind of reprocessed what I just did, and was like, okay, I'll come to the charts a little bit later and see what's going on. So after that, look what ended up happening, guys. My initial trade ended up playing out. So what we got was a rejection at the top, not only the top of the fair value gap, but we have an order block right here that I didn't really spot, and that's probably why the trade didn't work out, because I failed to realize that there's a order block right here. And as you see, it rejected that order block perfectly. So if that was my initial entry, I would have definitely been protected. Or what I could have done was place my stop loss. Let's go ahead and delete that. I could have placed my stop loss above the body of the fair value, the beginning of the fair value gap. You see, so I would have, endured a lot of drawdown, um, you know, maybe about 500 or so dollars in drawdown for a 1 to 3.7. But if I would have took this for a 1 to 2, let's see, 1 to 2 right there, we would have just barely hit right there. Look, oof, barely would have hit right there. So, I mean, I may have gotten out a little bit earlier. Let's see, that's a 1 to 2.3. So a 1 to 2, yeah, definitely it would have hit my take profit if I would have done that properly. So, you know, you live and you learn. But here's what I wanted to show you guys. I definitely missed out on that trade, and I endured $700 in losses due to poor risk management and not sticking to the plan. So, like I said, I want to be completely transparent with you guys on everything, every step of the journey. I'm not going to hold anything back from you guys, but I went ahead and recouped my losses. Okay, as you see, we went all the way up here, and then we just had a tremendous drop, and I missed this entire move, guys. All of this. Look at this. Look at this. I missed all of that. But what I was able to do was make a few micro scalps on the way down. And, at different parts of the market, I would get in and get out, get in and get out, just kind of scalping my profits back to eat at the losses that I endured. And like I said, I had lost over $700. My account was down to like 51,300 something dollars, but now I'm at $74 for the day in the negative. I'm going to stop here and just, wake up tomorrow and trade New York and possibly, try to get some more profits on the account and see how it goes. But I'm satisfied with where I'm at now. I'm going to go ahead and step away from the charts, not look for any more trades. I could have stopped when I was down $300, but I saw another opportunity to go ahead and get in. I got in and I got my account. I almost got at least like $20 in profit, but I wasn't able to exit the trade quick enough. So, I'm left with negative $74 for today, which isn't bad. I can't complain. It's better than 700. I do not recommend this for anybody unless you know how to read price action and you know how to get in and get out quickly without, deep retracements. I did use heavy size on those trades so I can, capitalize on the moves that were happening quickly, get in, get out, and call it a day. So I'm ending the night session with a negative $74. Not too bad compared to where I was. But tomorrow morning is a new day. I'm still have my account. We're still live, and I will update you guys then. All right. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Take care.